Okay, this last video is a bonus video just for pastors. If you're looking to strengthen groups at your church, we've got a few things we want to say to you to help you out. First of all, we were in the exact same place, and that's why we created this system, and we're using it in our own church. We decided to make this for everyone, not just for us. All the hours, all the effort that we've put into it, our teaching team at our church, we've done all of this in a generic way without our church name on it because we didn't see that we needed that. And we knew that it would be more useful for a broader audience if we did that. Now, if you're anything like us, you're probably asking, well, who are we? Who's behind Red Notes? And so let me give you a little information about that. We're evangelical pastors trained at seminaries like Wheaton, Western, Denver. We're actively in ministry in Utah, and we're really trying to reach the lost and make disciples in via group, the group setting, and using these videos in particular. Now, you should know that we believe the local church is the hope of the world, and it's starting with ours. We want to empower the local church to make disciples, and so we have a heart for discipleship culture, but we know how hard it is to create in the church, and so we hope that this will be helpful for you, just as it's been for us. Now, if there's anything else you want to know about us sort of theologically, you can go through that foundation series, and that'll give you just sort of a taste for it and for sort of what we believe and what we teach. Now, one more thing. How should you introduce this to your church? How should you introduce the idea of life groups or discipleship groups or whatever you're going to call them? How should you introduce it to the church? We have a few suggestions for you. First of all, go through this leader training series with a launch team. Maybe it's a team of pastors, maybe it's a team of elders or key leaders in your church. But that's the first thing you should do. Go through this series. It's 6 weeks. And then probably also go through Foundations, which is the 6-week series. Those are the two really key series for understanding this whole thing. And then secondly, each launch team member then should become a leader. So in other words, you should just simply lead a group. Find some people, engage them, and lead a group. Now again, you don't really know exactly how to do that yet. You'll see as we go through this training. But that's what we recommend, is just simply become a leader of a group. And after a while, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, whenever, you'll know when the time is right, you'll eventually launch. Each launch team member will become a coach. Now remember, a coach is a leader of leaders. So let me show you this picture again. So what we're encouraging you to do is just to simply actually do this, to impart truth in the context of a caring relationship with people in your church, with a couple of small groups in your church. Encourage you to do this and actually do this. Care for people, impart truth to them, love them, and encourage you to do it using Red Notes. Here's why you should. I know some of you are probably saying, well, I'm a pastor, I'm seminary trained, I can do it without this. Well, but the whole point is that what we're trying to do is whatever you do has to be reproducible. So yeah, you can probably open up the book of Romans and just start, preaching from the book of Romans to the people in your small group. That's great. That's what I did. That's what we all did. And we realized after several years of that it wasn't very reproducible, that no one else was doing what we were doing. At the end of the time, we'd say, now you go do what we did. And they said, well, what did you do? I don't even know what you did for me. And so it never really got legs, and it never became a part of our culture. And so even though you can do it differently, I encourage you to use Red Notes because it's reproducible. And it's something that other people can do, and that's the goal here. And eventually then, once you've led your group in a way that's reproducible, then you all become coaches. And a coach is a leader of leaders. And now you've got people who are your leaders that are leading their own groups, and now it becomes viral in your church. That's the goal. That's the hope. Now check in for some more of these bonus videos as we go through this leader training material. But we hope you'll do this, and we hope it's as successful for your own church as it is for ours.